All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chihayafuru, Season 1, Episode 18. Okay, we are starting strong. No, just completely restart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You take it over. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Reading up in the beginning. Here we go. All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chihayafuru, Season 1, Episode 18.
All right, everybody has evolved. They're starting to showcase their ability to grow and learn. Chihaya's actually in the library.
She's
not
reading.
Horsing around, actually sitting, well, standing, but still
that's progress.
Reading a book and not getting distracted easily.
Yeah.
We take those.
We take those.
And
maybe the boys were thinking of similar ways in which they could improve, doing a bunch of, under the table tournaments that hoped the others wouldn't be at, so they could, catch up and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's the strongest card in carda, the credit card.
That's right. But it can't help you necessarily in the game of romance, because even though you basically were like, hey, Chihaya, why don't we go on a trip out of town, just the two of us. We'll play karata and everything. Yeah, nothing much you can do there, Tai Chi. Our boy Wataya is going to be getting back into things here. Yeah, so maybe we see some of him as he's getting back into the game and such.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Okay, another tournament already.
No.
Yes.
We would gladly teach you. They're trying to sell him on stuff now, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Team sports are the best. It's the best! I noticed that you've got talent. Pretty solid sized space here.
Be accurate, not fast.
Huh?
Yeah, this is your opponent. I get the feeling she's not going to competing on speed. Yep, I did it with speed. She literally hasn't done anything and she's tied with you.
Yeah.
That is such a difficult thing to avoid doing, though. Savage. It's gotta be so frustrating.
Wow. Stay calm, breathe.
No, it don't.
Doesn't have to be, no.
And you can bet because her opponent isn't, tense, she's still just fine, yeah. Damn.
It makes sense that they're also having an older person and not.
Just gets destroyed.
Stand up. Remember?
Yep.
Remember the trick. Stand up.
It's all in your head, Mr. Tweety. Say it. Oh yeah, the way that moving sooner actually makes it worse.
Hey, you're not playing against me.
You don't have any zippy one-liners to get under my skin, or...
No. What she's saying is she's not reacting to what her opponent's doing.
Wait, am I discovering strategy? Oh, sure, because people that are fast,
Yeah.
they're probably going to be attacking the same quadrants if they have the same dominant hand.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's used to that, so she's like, all right.
What do you know? The strategies that he mentioned get immediately applied in the next match. Stand up. Yes.
Gain that perspective.
Right.
And Shinobu definitely doesn't do that.
Minus
actually-
tempo.
That'll make it easier. All right, great in theory. Now, do it. It's a decent amount of distance. Sure, because if she's not able to get over the speed, she can change the distance until she learns to be better at speed.
Dang. Yeah. She's tall.
Nice. If anything, it's impressive that Chihaya made it this far without learning this.
Right. Yeah, she's a Class A player.
Breathe.
Yeah. Beautiful. She watched her opponent for the first time. Because it's on her side, yeah.
Eliminated on the first round.
Oh, not as bad as it was earlier. Well, yeah. What did you expect? Yeah. My help? Oh, nice.
Oh, you too? I've been Class A for 15 years.
35. Wait, how old is she? Yeah. It's a stamina game, but it's just fun. Oh.
And there you go, a connection.
Chai's like, I'm about to cry.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
What? The worst moment of your life?
Like the actual worst?
What? Oh no.
Oh.
Oh
Wait,
no.
that's the worst moment of your life, Chihaya?
Chihaya seems to be a very, that's what.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got crushed.
Yeah.
隙間に当たって
Oh. Oh.
確実に俺に来てたのに
Oh, that's rough.
試合に負けたとはまさにこのこと甘か先輩たちはさっさと帰っちゃったけど
Oh.
負けたから帰るね
Just takes it so chill.
勝ってってやつから盗めるものがあるなら盗んでいく
Yes.
Oh, that was it. That was the worst moment of her life. Now she's like, I'm gonna learn something from them too.
名人戦の東日本予選初級の最後のチャンスかもしれない確実にマシマはきっと思ってる
Oh.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
マシマに先を越されるわけにはいかん
Let's have a nice game.
ちゃんを尊敬してる
And she's like, I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
お手つき1試合平均 0.6 回練習での逆転勝ち7割4分どうしても強く攻められない体の小ささ
Okay.
キュン僕はカナちゃんを知ってる
Oh
Good
my
luck.
god.
昇級をかけてみんなが決勝を戦うなんてこんなこと二度とない
Uh-huh.
私が
Witness me.
Witness! But this is amazing, Chihaya. They're all at the finals. How
Yeah.
is this a horrible thing?
Right. Like that's great. Like you are guaranteed that 2 of your friends are going to advance a rank.
もうじっとしてろよ
ちゃんと見たいのにかなちゃん練習の時みたいに腰が下がってない
She's locked in.
イントレの効果でもそんな急にはもしかして袴だから
Oh, what if it's like giving some assistance in that regard?
She's like, I will get up with perfect form and
Yes.
posture.
Oh my gosh.
失礼いたしました
This older lady, she's like, "Oh, my heart.
What a
I have
charming
seen-
young girl. Yeah.
I have seen
初めてだ
the face of a
かなちゃん
spirit.
と袴で試合するのちゃんと見るの
Oh, good point.
いつも姿勢よくお腹を締めて板を一枚入れた感じで
Eee.
私を支えてくれる
Ah,
Oh.
nice.
強くしてくれる
Sure.
Brilliant.
のもいいわね
I'm waiting for her to just. Oh yeah, she's also advertising.
Yep.
奏では美人ではないけれど
Damn.
の力の借り方を知っている
Yes. Yes.
カナちゃんは袴を着ると攻めが上手くなる試合で新しく知る面があるなんてすごいいつものカナちゃんも絶対いるんだ僕はカナちゃんの試合で必ず取ると理屈じゃない
Brutal.
綾瀬が千葉に向きになるように自分の札だと思ってる大江さんだから大江が出た時にふと荒座をチェックしてしまって他の札への反応が遅れる泉式部と古式部のないしが
And now he understands why.
Yeah.
君落ち着いてるかなちゃんのカルタが見えてるんだ
音だけで判断して
Sure.
他のみんなと違う有原の成平が読まれたら中納言幸平を歌の意味と背景を大切にするかなちゃん競技カルタはやっぱり音なんだやっちゃった大手つきで聞き分け苦手音が大事って思っても
ここでちゃんと反応できてるかなちゃんはどの札を送るかなちゃんは他の札を送るときたらタチ送っちゃうなチって聞き分けやすくないチは千早ちゃんみたいに耳が良くないからタゴ、タチ、タレ、タマはどれも難しい
Oh.
です
Yeah, those are all similar-ish, but
気がして
Oh, how much space it takes up on the card.
打ち入れてみれば白体の富士の高根に雪は降りつつ
Whoa, that's cool.
のイメージの引力
Okay.
音がしなかった無駄がなかった
She took that like Shinobu takes cards.
We've seen that before.
応援じゃないキャプテンじゃない
You're here to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
盗めるものがあるなら盗んでいく
Got all that background art there.
その頃隣では
Are they trading?
君しか見てないけど、熱湯中
Damn.
Nice, nice. Classic. Taichi's battling for his life out here. Jai's like, I'm gonna look at the other
Mediocre.
people. Yeah. Nothing of value to be seen here.
Yeah.
Anyways, the young noobs. Yes, I'm gonna
Right.
learn from them.
Yeah.
Players that are actually like almost at her level.
Right. She's like, I have
Nah.
nothing to learn from you.
Yes. Oh man.
I love the like. I feel like it's almost a meme of just like, ah, yes, Tai Chi suffering. You know.
It's extra read into, you know.
Yeah.
It's you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's fun to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Okay.
Really impressive stuff here by everyone else. Chihaya, you got rinsed match 1.
Destroyed.
That's kind of fun to see.
Yeah.
Because we needed to know a little bit more about what the teacher was saying when he was saying, hey, you move too fast.
Right.
But also, there's other things that you could be doing with your karate that have nothing to do with speed.
Right.
And you should be tapping into that stuff right about now.
And you were.
And he was prophetic there. He saw what was coming.
Yeah, I imagine it's the no, you don't get it. There's a whole different meta when you progress, you know, to the next rank, right? Because you can't just get by on other people making mistakes.
Right. It's the people won't make mistakes at this level. People won't lose their calm at this level.
And they will absolutely
people,
punish you for yours.
well, I was going to say about things they won't do, but things that they also just won't do is they won't really like care what you're doing.
Sure.
Like they're like, cool, you doing this, that's great. But like, if anything, they're just like, oh great, no. I'm going to play what I would call like this is the equivalent to what I would call a meta poker. Poker players at the highest level will only play like 7% of hands or something that they actually get dealt. And when
Makes sense with how poker works. You know?
Well, right, but when they do play them, then they know something about the other poker players because they're playing the hand.
Yeah, it's this is actually something that I've been learning a lot about in fencing, which is really cool because it also deals with like the whole idea of speed and the physicality of movement. And when you get to that really high level, yeah, there are certain things that just aren't done because both parties understand that's bad form. And not bad form and like etiquette, like that just doesn't work well, and so we don't do that. And so then it completely changes the dynamic. Whereas then if you have, you know, like a common saying that I've heard is that it's actually harder to go up against someone who's worse sometimes because then, what are they going to do?
You know, of predicting what they're going to do.
Right.
A way of thinking about it is that the person who is not that proficient at their thing thinks that there's so many choices actually available on the table. And then the master actually knows, no, there's actually only about 64.
Right.
And I know all of them backwards and forwards.
And the other ones, there might be some good ones, but they're not the best ones, you know?
Right. So in terms of Karuta, where the idea of quadrant strength based on your dominant hand, the idea of timing being something where it's almost like being an outfielder in baseball, where if you run forward too quickly, then you if you misjudge the
becomes
distance
harder.
of it, it's harder to then go backwards.
Yep.
There's a lot of things with regards to reading what your opponent's level of speed is at. And so one of the things I'm now just going to predict or just throw out there is that actually hiding your power level in terms of speed in Karuta is extremely effective in the high levels, because what you could do is say like, no, I don't necessarily go at my full speed every single time.
Sure.
When the card being read is one that I can immediately tell isn't a first syllable one,
Right.
I'm going to move at a speed to position my hand into an area that I think is advantageous.
Sure.
And then I'll move,
Yeah.
which means I'm not going at full speed. But at the one syllable ones, then they'll be like, bam! And then
and it's just gone.
And you'll be like, wait, but what speed? And it's like, no. I can change what speed I'm going to use depending on what's being read.
Another thing that's fun is that, like, this is just sort of how it works. When you are trying to go faster, you will be less accurate, right? Like if you're tense, if you're like really like, oh, I need to get this card.
Well, you won't be listening as intently.
Right. And like the whole dead card, you know, like string, I thought that was really cool because while it might seem like, oh, what are the odds of that happening? Well, actually really good. It's just
Really good.
It'll be a long time between them happening, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that we've had 7 dead cards in a row, that has no bearing whatsoever on whether the next card is a dead card.
Nope.
Right? And you're not helping yourself by getting all tense and, you know, not breathing properly and like being like, okay, I have to get this one, you know, I got to get it before her. Nah, it's just one card.
Yeah, start-stop sports are really tough in that regard because mentally your brain is like trying to give your body the signals, rev up, get ready to move, get ready to move, get ready to move. And so part of this is like when you're about to swing for a baseball at home plate, you need to be able to know for sure whether or not this is actually something that is not just a strike, but it's your pitch.
Right.
And when you get to that high level, sometimes you'll let a strike go by because you know that's not worth swinging at. Like it might be worth checking, but it's not worth to actually give it the
fully
full
commit.
thing.
Yeah.
Because you know that no pitcher is going to perfectly give you and or know what are your worst pitches basically throughout the entire game.
And that's in a vacuum. That's in a best case scenario. Then on top of that, you have the whole idea of if there's any kind of pressure. This is Chihaya's first match, so she's like got something to prove. She's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder. Whereas this lady, she's been playing carda for 35 years. She's
relaxed.
She is in her element.
She is feeling herself. She's like, I'm cute. I know it. I've been playing for 35 years. Hold up. Is this lady 50 years old?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God.
Or she's just been playing since she was like 5, which could totally be a possibility.
Yes, actually, I think that's very likely given...
carda is a popular children's game.
Well, right, but I was going to say also given her kids' ages as well. And
yes.
with regards to, women's fertility and all that stuff. Like,
the
kids probably were born when she was in her 30s.
She started having kids when she was 42.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
No, I'm guessing she was playing since she was a little kid.
Yeah, a little tyke on mama's lap, Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's fun also getting to see people who have been doing this sport, but not just doing this sport for like a long time, but like keeping this sport alive in a lot of ways. Like,
right, because
since it's so small, someone who's been playing for decades, they're probably like they're a part of this sport's history.
Oh, sure.
Now.
To say nothing of the fact that she still said, "Yeah, I want to be queen too," which, given that Shinobu exists when she became queen, I imagine this lady was like,
classic.
All right, that's
just another young, genius coming out of nowhere.
I will probably
tale as old as time.
I will probably be done with this game by the time that there's any chance that this girl would be dethroned.
Right.
Okay, great.
Because Queen is not the high school girls.
No,
thing
it's
there.
just the best female player in Japan, aka because it's karate, the world. Yeah.
Which, yeah. She's peaked long ago as far as physical ability, and while she probably gets every once in a while a bit more technically sound, there's also the fact that memory is the biggest part of this game. Now, if you've played it that long, memorizing the cards in themselves and all the little, idiosyncrasies of the sound and stuff is one thing, but the positions, eventually you'll just be too old to be able to follow the position.
To say nothing of just the meta of how the progression through reading the poem goes with what you have on the board, right? It's one of those things where, and that this is why, even though this episode had very little like big plot progression, I did really like how it went into the mechanics of things, and that yes, as soon as Chihaya gets told, hey, your speed isn't everything, and that's really going to screw you over. Oh, hey, guess what? It screws her over, because you can be told, and not to bring up fencing too much, but the three most common things that the instructor says is breathe, relax, and go slow.
Yep.
And he says those things hundreds of times.
Because
I'm not
don't
exaggerating.
listen.
Well, not even just that. Even if you're listening and you're trying to do it, the difference between understanding that that's what you need to do versus having the mind-to-body connection and the muscle memory to actually do that to the level that you need to is totally different.
That's what I mean, though, is that you can be actually hearing words but not actually listening. It's the thing of where when you have your brain fired up of like, I've got to do a thing, I've got to do a thing, I've got to do a thing, and then you're told, slow down, breathe, relax.
You're like, no.
You're like, you're actually ignoring that. You go, no, you're wrong. I actually need to keep this here. And or you do just one of those.
Yeah.
You breathe, but you don't relax.
Right.
Or
you're
you try to relax, but then you don't breathe.
I'll relax a bit. but I don't want to relax too much. Or you're like, oh, I am relaxing, and it's like, no, you have to relax like 5 times more than that.
Right. One of the things that I've seen a lot within any kind of level of sport is that everybody who's a master at the sport figures out the breathing thing. And I think it's hilarious because I think people who don't play sports could just laugh at that statement of like, what do you mean the breathing thing?
We know how to breathe.
You mean living? You mean like not suffocating?
Right.
Like, what do you mean? And it's like, no, intentionally changing your breathing pattern to be in alignment with what your body is doing is a fucking superpower.
Like, that's why, if you've ever seen like tennis players do the the enunciations when they hit the ball, or people doing like the as they do like some practicing a sword
There's
move
a
or
word
something.
for that in Japanese. Actually.
Yeah, I can't remember what the word is.
But it has
it's like
meaning because it
because that
is a
really
release
does
of power.
help. Yeah, exactly. And so that's really stinking important. And that's on top of the fact that human instincts are kind of shit in a lot of ways. Like, oh, we need to go faster. We need to, oh no, we're in danger. This high stakes thing is happening. And it's like, no,
your other senses literally get worse. That is a product of your body's desire to survive. And then it's like, shut down all necessary things. We're afraid. We need to go fast. We need to move. Hearing, memory, who needs that? Whoo!
And guess
Get
what?
that out of here.
And guess what? For Chihaya, karate is life. Like, there isn't
No joke.
There isn't some like, oh well, whatever. This is just a game. That's what the lady was able to do, right? Chihaya is not there.
Yeah.
And it'll probably take her a while to get there.
Yeah.
But she's learning.
She's learning.
Yeah.
And we'll see who wins their matches here in the next episode. But
Will Mashima finally get a W?
yeah,
Sure. Because if he's too far behind, then you don't really feel the pain. You got to be in second place,
Yeah, exactly.
Solidly second.
Just a little bit behind.
Yep.
But yeah. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.